step in achieving one of his most cherished dreams, to bring other German-speaking people under his rule. He capitalized on political instability in neighboring Austria, a country which had already come hugely under Nazi influence. After checking that no foreign power would interfere, he ordered German troops to cross the border. The majority of Austrians welcomed the Germans into their country. The Austrians, too, had suffered as their empire was dismantled in the settlement at the end of World War I. Now, united with Germany, they were a power once again.
It have been the nicest days of my life when we entered in Austria. I entered with Hitler in the 6th car. I had tears in my eyes. All my dreams of reuniting Austria with Germany. Don't forget, Austria was ruling Germany during 600 years. And so for me, after the defeat of the year 18 and Versailles, for us it was a dream.
I suppose a lot of people in England would say, well, they are Germans after all, and you know, that's what they really want. But it was, after all, a pretty nasty sort of takeover.
Deutsche Männer und Frauen, ich proklamiere, die älteste Ostmark des deutschen Volkes soll von jetzt ab das jüngste Bollwerk der deutschen Nation und damit des deutschen Reiches sein.
I think we cried. Tears were running down our cheeks. And when we looked to the neighbors, it was the same. And when Hitler came to me, I nearly forgot to give him the hand. I just looked at him and I saw good eyes. And in my heart, I promised him, I always will be faithful to you. I kept my promise. All my free time besides school, I gave to the work, because he had called us. You all, and had said that to us, you all shall help me build up my empire to be a good empire with happy people who are thinking and promising to be good people.
But this was not going to be a good empire. Heinrich Himmler, commander of the SS, was one of the first German Nazis into Austria. Like Hitler, Himmler thought himself a radical and a visionary. This former Bavarian chicken farmer made Wewelsburg Castle the spiritual home of the SS, the elite group which had emerged from Hitler's own personal bodyguard. Himmler believed these were the superior beings who would crush Germany's enemies. Himmler fantasized that the leaders of the SS would meet in this room like the Knights of the Round Table, subordinate only to their own King Arthur, Adolf Hitler. Here they would plan how to rule over their own empire. Himmler said in 1938,
"Germany's future is either a greater Germanic empire or a nothing. I believe that if we in the SS are doing our duty, then the Führer will create this greater Germanic empire, this greater Germanic Reich, the biggest empire ever created by mankind on the face of the earth."
In Austria, the first territory of this new Greater Germany, the SS and the other Nazis revealed just how they intended to rule, with intolerance and cruelty. Just as in Germany, the Nazis made the Jews their scapegoats.
You were completely outlawed. There was no protection from anywhere. Anybody could come up to you and do what they want, and that's it.
Austrian Jews were forced to perform a variety of tasks designed only to humiliate them, like scrubbing the streets clean.
I once had to scrub the streets as well. Can't remember anything except that I saw in the crowd a well-dressed young woman, and she was holding up a little girl, a blonde, lovely girl, you know, with these curls down. And she was smiling so that that girl could see better how that maybe 22-year-old kicked an old Jew who fell down. They all laughed, and that she laughed as well, sort of how happy that it was a wonderful entertainment.
The Austrian Jews were so persecuted that many simply fled, after, of course, the SS had robbed them of most of their money. 17-year-old Walter Kemmerling was seen off at Vienna station by his parents.
It's a nightmare situation. I remember leaving Austria. It was like in a haze. And it was only days after that it struck me when I wanted to talk to my parents. And of course I couldn't, because they weren't here.
After the Nazi takeover of Austria, Adolf Hitler returned to Berlin to a tumultuous welcome. He was more popular now than he had ever been before. His new Reich contained over 80 million Germans. The humiliations of Versailles were almost forgotten, but not quite. In this euphoric mood, Hitler turned his eyes towards neighboring Czechoslovakia.